Hey Kim, we're going for the full yard tour since I haven't posted anything in a while because the weather's been crap, and that's life in 2022. Anyway, we're gonna start on this side. I've been quietly sneaking in natives. This is a scarlet bee balm, which is actually doesn't quite come this far west. I think it stops maybe in Indiana, but you know, we do what we can. And you know, this yard isn't, here's a couple more, 100% mine to do what I want with, which is why you see all this grass here. But the raspberries are also spreading a little bit more on their own, so I'm gonna hopefully start thinning these out, moving the raspberries over. Look at these wonderful raspberries. They are blooming. The bumblebees have been on them. Some more blooms. We got a little ostrich fern hanging out in there, staying safe. Then we've got some common violets all along in here. Some more raspberries. I transplanted these small ones back into this bed here. So this one is also where I intend on expanding. There's the raspberries there. They were growing up in the middle of the grass earlier this spring. And here's some really healthy milkweed growing, common milkweed. And then we have our just cultivated rose. I don't think this one's blooming this year. And then down here we have wild geranium. We have a sedge, which is not a grass, but like a grass. Let's see if we can get in here. Oh, I don't know if there's any. Oh, here's a little flowering part. This is a native sedge. We'll talk about sedges later. This is also full of common violet, scarlet bee balm, and here is the climbing Illinois prairie rose that I planted this year. I've been thinking about for like 2 years. I also planted last year, this is clematis, virginiana, native Illinois clematis. Then we have more wild geranium, common violet, and milkweed. And we sex it up over here with some Joe Pye weed. Then we go ahead and take a turn over here. We're gonna get the food garden in here as well. So at this end, you know, is our more perennial garden. See that rhubarb? I've already harvested twice and had enough for 5 pies. We've got our new native blueberry. What is it? It's a low bush. There's the other one over there. There's my chives that I let flower, because why not? Gorgeous. Then I've got a little hot pepper here, which I cannot remember the name, but these are from Seed Savers, and I grew them by seed. Our gooseberry bush has gotten really big and beautiful, and hopefully it will flower this year and we'll get some gooseberries, for goodness sake. All right, and then I've got some dill that's self-seeded because I planted dill in here last year so I could get the swallowtails. They lay eggs on these, and you can see right here, I don't know if you can see, they have laid eggs on these, which is very exciting. Now here we go, sorry about that, looking at our cucumbers. Of course you can tell which ones I just planted that I bought from Gethsemane versus the one that I planted. The weather's been so awful, they just started immediately dying when I brought them out here. They were so healthy and full of flowers. We'll just take a quick turn here. We've got our banana pepper that I also bought from Gethsemane this past weekend. Trying to find places to fit all this stuff. I did plant some seed in there. and hopefully some cucumber seed. Hopefully we'll get some more cucumbers in there. Now this is also a mix of the cucumbers that I planted, which were bush cucumbers, and then the slicing cucumbers, which I got from Gethsemane. You can see here one of the seeds is already sprouted, because then I went ahead and planted seed after these started dying back. There's a volunteer sunflower. Somebody's been eating the leaves. And I think those are, I'm not sure if those are green beans. I don't know what those are that popped up there. These little teeny tiny leaves, I believe those are, I planted by seed some more bib lettuce, because this bed got destroyed by squirrels coming in and taking everything out. Okay, over here we have the scallions that I left in last year that are really hardy, and I've already been using in salads and making scrambled eggs. Then we've got the scallions I've planted this year. I started by seed inside. You can see this bib lettuce doing really well. I'm gonna start actually harvesting some and having some fresh lettuce. And then you can see the carrots growing in there. I think I have a volunteer marigold as well right here. I think that's what that is. And then if I just turn this way, I don't even know if there's any visible. Oh, here you go. Let's see. Oop. Sorry about that. Get in there. Where is it? There it is. There's a green bean plants growing. I planted them along this fencing here. Planted them late. I don't know, you know, this has just been one of those years. Got some little marigolds in here. I gotta go get more, keep around. Look at this, my tomatoes, which didn't seem to be as bothered by the fluctuating temperatures, and we're doing quite well. I have several Brandywine tomatoes in here, and in the corners here and over here are my sweet pea currant tomatoes that were so cute and delicious. Yeah, they're jam-packed in there, those tomatoes. Then we have our volunteer milkweeds that like to grow in my path, as well as some more cultivated roses. And look at this. This is more of my sweet pea currant tomatoes, just trying to find places to fit them. You can see that just jam-packing everything in here. Okay, let's get, wait, let's just finish with the food, sorry. And then this is an orange pepper, sweet pepper, and then those little tiny, I don't know if anything's gonna happen with these. These were the other pepper I grew from Seed Savers. They just didn't seem to be too happy. Okay. Now the native bed. Let's see if I can remember everything I've planted, because we have new stuff in here as well. So here's your swamp milkweed, which was transplanted from my original native backyard. We have our wild strawberries, which are doing great. You can see over here, and they're a great treat for our little rabbits. This I'm excited about. I don't know if it's not going to bloom this year, because I think it would already have bloomed maybe next year, because I planted it last year. Wild blue indigo, that's going to bush up and be great. Some more of the scarlet bee balm. I planted this blue stemmed goldenrod this year. This will be great, because this is going to be purple, this is going to be yellow. Our New England Asters are going to be purple, and this is our yellow coneflower right here. This little one, this little yellow coneflower, so this was a spot where I had a yellow coneflower growing, and then it looked like, I don't know if birds or squirrels dropped them in, but bellflower came in, invasive bellflower, totally annihilated this area. It's full of it, no yellow coneflower to be seen, and then I found it just growing. It must have seeded itself, growing right here. So I just transplanted it 2 days ago. Now let's look at this gorgeous Ohio spiderwort. Of course, we don't have as many open right yet this morning. Oh, we've got some little pollinator. Let's see if we can see them sitting on there. More bee balm. Oh, do I have a fleabane growing in here? Look at this. I think that's an annual fleabane, which is native. Pops up in disturbed soils. Then you can see remnants of my New England Aster there that bloomed. It's the first bloom in the garden this year. You can see my two, let's see, New England Asters I trimmed because they get huge and flop over. I've trimmed them once already. Let's see if we got anything else in this little section that's exciting. Oh, I think there's more wild blue indigo growing over here. Come on, focus. So I got two of those. Let's see. Got more milkweeds, common milkweeds. Oh look, a milkweed bug. Easy in there. Okay, then let's see. Oh, we've got more swamp milkweed here. And we have more Ohio spiderwort. Hey man, why is nobody blooming this morning? I wanted you to see all these beautiful flowers. And then there's also the clematis that's died back, that bloomed, but is native to western United States that I found out later. In here is, from last year, a smooth petunia, I believe. These, which I planted last year, I'm not sure. I think they might be the fire pinks. I'm not really familiar with what they look like. I've tried to look up pictures to see what they look like when they're growing. I don't know. You know, that's the fun of gardening. Then back here in the basket for protection that I planted, here you go, just a few weeks ago, is a smooth blue aster. I don't know what these weedy guys are here, but they're getting eaten like crazy, so I'm letting them grow so they can get eaten. This is my non-native Shasta Daisy. That's my kind of Nana plant. Here's one of several. I kind of missed them on the other side showing you. Purple cone flowers. I transplanted these geraniums from the other side of the yard. These could be volunteer phlox that came from over there. Those tall, they're called summer or autumn phlox. Not really sure. Not really sure if those, you know, we'll see. They look like they're phlox of some sort though. And right behind them is more common milkweed. By the way, I've gotten only five baby monarch caterpillars. And then here is my sky blue aster. That's all growing here. Okay, and then we're gonna take a quick walk because I've got such great things in my front corner that I want to show you. A lot going on. I planted a few new things in there. Nothing's really blooming, but I've got the wood phlox was blooming earlier. I think I took a picture or a video and sent it to you. But here we have this is where all the clematis, the native clematis, is growing and doing really healthy. Here's Joe Pyeweed, of course. Here's my violets. This nice tall plant right here is Ironweed, which I planted last year, which looks like it's doing really well. I'm not sure when it's supposed to bloom. It might need another year, as you know, a lot of natives do. A volunteer sunflower there. These were my wood phlox growing there. This is the bearded Penstemon, which is just about to bloom. You can see right there. Just, hey, it's not focusing on it. All right, anyway. And then this guy, which looks pretty similar, but isn't, to the Joe Pyeweed, is American Germander, which I just planted this year. Just found a Facebook friend who wanted to trade some stuff. These also look like something I might have planted last year that I thought didn't come back, but looks like they are, which could be a kind of, I'm not sure if that's a flock. These are, I think, smooth petunia. I'm not sure, it's a petunia. I planted this year. This is Michigan lily. I planted this year. And this is another phlox. Ooh, what kind of phlox? I don't know. Anyway, this is my little native corner that doesn't get a lot of sun, but still really cute, and always has little robins or whatnot jumping around in there. Okay, well there you go. I'll talk to you later.